Hello, this is Sula from Watoto Reads. I am a docent at the Smithsonian National Museum of African Art in Washington, D.C. Docents are reading African stories to you that are connected to art in our museum. Our book today is loaned to me from my 5-year-old cousin Caleb. It came from his personal library. The book is called Galimoto, written by Karen Williams with drawings by Catherine Stock. Today's story is about Condi, a little boy who made his own toys. Condi lives in Africa, in Malawi. Malawi is one of 54 African countries. It looks small, but would you believe Malawi is twice as big as West Virginia and 5 times bigger than Washington, D.C. Here is Condi. Galimoto by Karen Williams. Condi's toys are called Galimotos. Can you say Galimoto? Gal-i-mo-to? Good. Galimoto means car. It also is the name for a toy made by children. Old wires, pieces of string, and maybe cardboard can be put together to make trucks, cars, trains, even helicopters. Condi can make all these things. Let's go to his village to see how he did it. Here's Condi. He opened an old shoebox and looked inside. These were his things. They belonged to him. Inside the box there was a ball made of many old plastic bags tightly wrapped with string. In Condi's box there were also some scraps of wire. He had been saving the wires for something special. Now he took them and a knife from his box. Here's Condi with one of his friends. Now Condi is talking to his big brother, Ufulu. I shall make a galimoto, he was telling Ufulu. Ha ha ha! Ufulu was laughing at him. A boy with only 7 years cannot make such a toy. You don't have enough wire. I will get enough wire, Condi said. I wonder how he's going to get this wire. Condy put his wires into an old white plastic bag and took them to the shop of his uncle. "Good day, second son of my brother. How can I help you?" "I want some wire." "How will you pay for it?" I have no money, but you have wires on your old packing boxes from the city. They would make a fine galimoto." "Really? So you want to make a galimoto? The son of my brother is a clever boy. Take the wires." Condy put his wires into a plastic bag. He had ideas about where he was going to get this wire. Condy could hear the grinder at the flour mill. Many women with babies tied on their backs waited in line. They had heavy baskets of corn on their heads. Condy squeezed through the line. "Stop that one! Stop him! He goes out of turn!" Condy was being pushed and shoved by the women. Suddenly, the mill stopped its grinding. "What is it?" the miller shouted. The women pointed at Condy. No," Condy said. I have no corn to grind. I only want wires for a galimoto." He opened his bag for them to see. "Playthings, playthings. For this you keep us waiting? One cannot eat wires." "There are some wires out back," the miller said. "Go ahead, take those and go." In the back of the mill, there was an open door. Inside the door was a pile of old motor parts. There, Condy found some very thin wires wrapped in red and yellow and green. I can scrape the coating off," Condy was thinking. "These wires will hold my galimoto together." Still, he did not have enough for a galimoto. Let's see what Condy does next. Condy passed some young children playing on an ant hill. One was Mundi, the small sister of his friend. She had a fine long piece of wire, which she stuck into the hard dirt. "Little friend," Condy called as he came nearer, "you cannot catch an ant that way. Go, fetch some water, for with that and a stick we will fool the ants." When Mundi came back, Condy poured the water around one of the holes. "Now they will think the rains have begun." Then he stuck a stick down the hole. Gently he pulled it out, and on the end was a large ant. "My stick is better than a wire for catching ants," You may have the stick, and I'll take the wire. Condi made a good trade, but he needed more wire. Condi knew there was a trash heap behind the bicycle repair shop, but the gate was locked. Condi climbed over the fence. In the courtyard, he found some broken, bent spokes from a bicycle. He climbed back over the fence with his bag. "Stop, thief! Stop! Stop that boy! Stop him!" Condi heard somebody yelling. Children came running from the marketplace. Men came running from the shops. They made a circle around Condi. "Thief! Thief! Thief! Thief!" they chanted, pointing at Condi. A policeman arrived. He grabbed Condi by the shoulder. "What are you doing?" he asked. Condi showed the policeman his wires. I just want a galimoto. I need these wires." "Galimoto, galimoto." The crowd shook their heads and went back to their business. "Take your wires and go," the policeman told Condi. Condi took his wires back to the shade of the red flame trees in his village. Nearby, his mother and sisters pounded their corn. They sang while they were doing their hard work preparing supper. Condi sorted his wires. There were thick pieces and thin pieces. Some wires were long and some were short. Condi banged the bent and twisted wires with a stone to straighten them out. Then he began. The thick wires made the frame. He wrapped the very thinnest wires at the joints to hold the galimoto together. Well, let's see. My galimoto will be a pickup truck. I will carry corn to the city, and it will have an antenna for the radio. He smiled while he was looking at his galimoto. Condi worked all afternoon. He pounded the strongest wires around a pipe to make the round wheels. A sturdy piece of bamboo made the rod for the steering wheel. Now, Condi began to smell the corn cooking at his house. It was time to go home. His brothers and sisters admired his galimoto. "So, you found enough wire," Ufulu said. "Yes," Condi agreed. He parked his galimoto next to his box of things and ate his supper. After supper, it is time to play. Galimoto, galimoto. Everyone came with their galimotos. They lined up, and one by one, Condi's friends followed him, and they sang a chant. "Galimoto, galimoto." They began to chant while they pushed their galimotos along. Here is Condi's galimoto. Galimoto. Condi was very proud of his galimoto. Now it is time to go to bed. See Condi sleeping. Condi is dreaming. He is dreaming of many galimotos. And he was thinking, perhaps tomorrow I shall make my galimoto into an ambulance or airplane or a helicopter. Condi is dreaming of many galimotos that he will make tomorrow. The end. Thank you for visiting Watoto Reads. You can make a galimoto too. Here is some wire, like the wire that Condi used. You can get that thin gauge copper wire from the hardware store. And this is a wooden dowel. You can get these at the hardware store also. Use your imagination. At our museum, we have amazing artworks. Some of them are made from wire and steel sheets. Here is one, The Clapping Girl, made by Sokari Douglas Camp of Nigeria. She actually claps. You can see more of our collections online at africa.si.edu. Join us again on Facebook, where Watoto Reads. See you next week.